Welcome back to the channel. Today's story is about betrayal and redemption, so without any further ado, let's start the story. AITA for taking my brother to court after he stole our bakery? Okay, Reddit, buckle up, because this is a story that has defined the last few years of my life in ways I never could have imagined. It's a story of family, betrayal, resilience, and the unexpected kindness of strangers. Writing this out still feels raw, even after all this time, but I hope it might resonate with someone else going through something similar. Original post, January 2020. Hey everyone, long-time lurker, first-time poster, and honestly, I'm not even sure where to begin. The past few weeks have been a blur of disbelief, anger, and a profound sense of loss. My family, on the surface, always seemed relatively normal. We had our squabbles, sure, but I always believed there was an underlying foundation of love and support. My older brother, Mark, and I had always been close, or at least that's what I thought. We shared childhood secrets, celebrated milestones, and always seemed to have each other's backs. That's why, when we decided to go into business together, it felt like a natural progression of our relationship. We poured everything we had into opening a small, local bakery. It was a dream we both shared, a passion for creating delicious treats and building something from the ground up. We worked tirelessly, often pulling all-nighters, perfecting recipes, and trying to get our name out there. The initial months were tough, as they always are with a new business, but we were starting to see a steady increase in customers, and for the first time in a long time, I felt genuinely optimistic about the future. We were a team, partners in every sense of the word, or so I believed. Then, a few weeks ago, a nagging feeling started to creep in. I'm usually pretty meticulous with finances, and I began to notice small inconsistencies in our accounting. At first, I dismissed them as simple errors, something easily rectified. But the discrepancies continued, and the amounts seemed to be growing. My gut started churning, a feeling of unease that I couldn't shake. I tried to talk to Mark about it, to just double-check the books together, but he became instantly defensive, his demeanor shifting from our usual easygoing banter to something guarded and evasive. He brushed it off as my overthinking, attributing it to the stress of running a new business. But I couldn't let it go. The feeling of something being wrong was too strong. So, late one night after Mark had gone home, I stayed behind and delved deeper into our financial records. What I uncovered sent a shockwave through me, leaving me feeling numb and utterly betrayed. I found a series of unauthorized transfers, small at first, but escalating over time, all directed to a personal bank account that I had never heard of, an account solely in Mark's name. The total amount was significant, enough to seriously jeopardize the future of our bakery, the dream we had built together. The next day, I confronted him with the evidence, laying out the bank statements and transfer records. I expected denial, anger, maybe even a flimsy excuse. But what I got was worse, a cold, unapologetic admission. He didn't even try to deny it. His justification was that he deserved the money more than I did, that he was the one putting in more effort, even though we were working side by side, day in and day out. The sheer audacity of his betrayal left me speechless. This was my brother, someone I had trusted implicitly, someone I had believed would always have my back. The financial loss was significant, but the emotional wound cut so much deeper. I felt like my entire foundation had crumbled beneath me. I didn't know who to trust anymore, and the future of the bakery, our shared dream, hung precariously in the balance. I felt utterly lost and alone, unsure of what my next step should be. How do you even begin to pick up the pieces after something like this? Update 1 July 2020. Hey Reddit, the outpouring of support and advice on my last post was truly overwhelming. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It helped me feel less alone during a time when I felt like my world was collapsing. After much agonizing and sleepless nights, I made the incredibly difficult decision to pursue legal action against Mark. It felt like the ultimate act of severing ties, but I knew in my heart that I couldn't simply let him get away with what he had done. It wasn't just about the money, it was about the principle, the betrayal of trust that had shattered our relationship. Predictably, when our parents found out about the lawsuit, their reaction was not what I had hoped for. Instead of understanding my position or even acknowledging Mark's wrongdoing, they immediately sided with him. They accused me of being vindictive, of trying to ruin the family name, and of blowing the whole situation out of proportion. It felt like a second, even more profound betrayal. The people who were supposed to be my unwavering support system, the ones who had taught me about right and wrong, were now turning their backs on me and siding with the person who had actively tried to sabotage my livelihood and our shared dream. The sense of isolation was crushing. It felt like I had lost not just a brother, but my entire family unit. Just when I felt like I was drowning in despair, a lifeline appeared in the form of an old friend. Sarah, whom I hadn't spoken to in a while since college, reached out after seeing my original post. She offered me a place to stay while I navigated the legal proceedings and tried to figure out my next steps. Her generosity and kindness were overwhelming. Her family welcomed me into their home with open arms, treating me like one of their own. For the first time in months, I felt a flicker of hope amidst the darkness. They listened without judgment, offered words of encouragement, and simply provided a safe and supportive environment for me to process everything that had happened. Sarah also helped me find a lawyer who specialized in business disputes and was willing to take on my case. Their unwavering belief in me and their practical support were instrumental in helping me take those first difficult steps towards reclaiming what was rightfully mine and rebuilding my life. It was a stark and powerful reminder that family isn't always defined by blood, and that sometimes the most profound support comes from the most unexpected places. Update 2 November 2021. It's hard to believe that it's been almost 2 years since I first discovered Mark's betrayal. The legal battle has been a long and arduous process, filled with paperwork, court appearances, and endless emotional strain. It felt like every time I thought we were making progress, another hurdle would appear. My parents have remained largely distant throughout this ordeal, their occasional attempts at communication often laced with guilt-tripping and subtle pressure to drop the lawsuit for the sake of family harmony. Honestly, at this point, I've come to terms with the fact that the family dynamic I once cherished is likely gone forever. The trust has been broken beyond repair, and the emotional distance feels vast and insurmountable. However, amidst the pain and frustration, the unwavering support I've received from outside sources has been nothing short of incredible. The Reddit community, particularly the folks in our /legal advice and our /personal finance, provided invaluable guidance and practical advice that helped me navigate the complexities of the legal system and manage my finances during this challenging time. I also found a local support group specifically for individuals who have experienced family betrayal. Sharing my experiences with others who understood the unique pain of this type of betrayal was incredibly cathartic and helped me feel less alone in my struggles. Hearing their stories and coping mechanisms provided me with strength and hope. Sarah and her family continue to be my absolute rock. Their unwavering support has been a constant source of comfort and stability in my life. They've become my chosen family, including me in all their holiday celebrations, offering a listening ear whenever I needed to vent, and providing practical help with everything from running errands to just offering a comforting hug. I've also slowly started the process of rebuilding the bakery. It's been a challenging endeavor, starting over with limited resources and the lingering shadow of Mark's actions. I've had to downsize initially and implement much stricter financial controls to ensure something like this never happens again. It's slow progress, but each small step forward feels like a victory. The community has been incredibly supportive, and seeing familiar faces return to the bakery gives me a renewed sense of purpose and hope for the future. Update 3 June 2022. I have some long-awaited good news to share with you all, Reddit. After what felt like an eternity of legal battles and emotional turmoil, the case against Mark is finally over. The judge ruled decisively in my favor, acknowledging the evidence of his fraudulent activities and awarding me a significant settlement. While the financial compensation won't fully make up for the emotional distress and the damage he caused to our business and our relationship, it's a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. It feels like a validation that I was right to pursue legal action and that justice, however delayed, has finally been served. In a surprising turn of events, my parents reached out shortly after the verdict was announced. It wasn't the heartfelt apology I might have once hoped for, but it was a start. They acknowledged that Mark had made a serious mistake and expressed their concern for his well-being. It was a small crack in the wall of denial they had built around themselves, and while I'm still processing my feelings about it, it felt like a tentative step towards some form of reconciliation, however distant that might be. The support group I joined has been incredibly helpful in navigating these complex emotions. They've reminded me that healing is not linear and that it's okay to have mixed feelings about my parents' outreach. I'm learning that forgiveness is a personal journey and that I need to do what feels right for my own healing, without any external pressure. On the business front, things are continuing to look up. The bakery is steadily regaining its footing and attracting new customers. I've hired a fantastic new team of passionate and trustworthy individuals who share my vision. The community support has been overwhelming, with many people expressing their solidarity and their appreciation for the bakery's resilience. I even took a leap of faith and launched an online store, which has significantly expanded our reach beyond the local area. It's incredibly rewarding to see the business not only surviving but thriving after such a significant setback. It's a testament to the hard work, dedication, and the unwavering support I've received from so many wonderful people. Building something positive and successful again after enduring so much negativity feels incredibly empowering. Update for September 2023. It's been over a year since my last update, and I wanted to share some more positive developments in my journey. My relationship with my parents, while still not what it once was, has continued to improve. We now have regular phone calls, and I've even visited them a couple of times. There's a sense of cautious optimism in our interactions, a willingness to rebuild, albeit slowly and carefully. We've started to talk about things other than the past, focusing on the present and tentatively looking towards the future. Mark, however, remains estranged. He hasn't reached out, and honestly, I've reached a point where I've accepted that our relationship may never be the same. My energy is now focused on the relationships that bring me joy and support. The bakery continues to flourish. We've recently opened a second location in a neighboring town, which has been a huge success. It's a testament to the hard work and dedication of my amazing team and the continued support of our loyal customers. I still feel a sense of pride and accomplishment every time I walk into either of our locations. It's a tangible reminder of how far I've come and the resilience I've discovered within myself. I genuinely couldn't have navigated the past few years without the unwavering support of Sarah and her family, my incredible friends who rallied around me, and the invaluable connections I made through the support group. They taught me the true meaning of chosen family and the importance of building a strong and supportive network around yourself. The experience of betrayal was incredibly painful, but it also taught me valuable lessons about trust, boundaries, and the importance of prioritizing my own well-being. Update 5, December 2023. As 2023 draws to a close, I find myself reflecting on the tumultuous journey of the past 4 years. It's been a period marked by profound heartbreak, intense anger, and ultimately, a slow but steady process of healing and growth. The betrayal by my own brother was a devastating blow, one that shook me to my core and forced me to reevaluate everything I thought I knew about my family. The subsequent fallout with my parents added another layer of pain and complexity to an already difficult situation. However, amidst the darkness, I also experienced the incredible kindness of strangers, the unwavering loyalty of true friends, and the unexpected strength I found within myself. The support I received from the Reddit community in those early, dark days was truly a lifeline. The practical advice, the words of encouragement, and the shared experiences helped me feel less alone and gave me the strength to keep moving forward. The unwavering support of Sarah and her family transformed them into my chosen family, providing a safe and loving space for me to heal and rebuild. The connections I made through the support group offered a sense of understanding and validation that I couldn't find anywhere else. While the scars of the past remain, they no longer define me. Instead, they serve as a reminder of the resilience I've cultivated and the importance of building a life based on genuine connection and trust. The bakery is thriving, exceeding my wildest expectations, and I'm surrounded by a team and a chosen family who love and support me unconditionally. If there's one overarching lesson I've learned throughout this ordeal, it's that while blood ties can be significant, It's the bonds of loyalty, love, and genuine support that truly define a family. Thank you, Reddit, for being a part of this journey. Your virtual support and encouragement made a world of difference during some of my darkest times. Here's to embracing the future with hope, strength, and a deep appreciation for the true meaning of family.